Some breaking news coming out of the Counter-Strike 2 world today, and there is simply one way to put this: the GOAT is back. I am Germ, a CS2 cash trader, collector, and investor. In this video today, we're going to be talking about s1MPLE's return to the competitive Counter-Strike scene, the long-awaited return. This is something that is going to be very, very awesome, very exciting. Whether it goes good, poorly, or anything in between, it's definitely going to be interesting at the very least. But of course, first, just wanted to plug my cash trading business. If you are looking to sell any of your CS2 items, turn them into cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. We're buying pretty much anything and everything for the right price. We picked up some gloves, a knife, a bunch of cases recently. Whatever you guys have, we can probably get a deal done. And of course, by selling them, you're helping support me, my channel, and my content. With that being said, let's get right into this today. And here it is, the news from HLTV sources: s1MPLE to join Falcons on loan. Now, this is very, very interesting, and instantly a bunch of questions popped into my mind, like, how long is this loan going to be? What is going on? What is our plan with s1MPLE? And most importantly, is s1MPLE going to be able to play at the Shanghai RMR and potentially the Shanghai Major? That is a very, very important key thing with this. I don't know exactly how this all works. I'm assuming he is going to be able to play with them, because obviously, why else would they be loaning him? But that is, again, something that I was thinking about right away, because, certain player eligibility things and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, s1MPLE hasn't played for anyone else during the RMRs or whatever, so it seems like he'd be able to play, but I don't know when the roster locks and deadlines and all that good stuff are. So, sources: s1MPLE to join Falcons on loan, and S1MPLE will be moved to the bench for the Ukrainian Opera's return. s1MPLE is set to make a return to the server after a year of inactivity. HLT has learned when he joined Falcons on a loan deal. Falcons head coach Zonic spoke of the need to make changes the moment after his team was eliminated from the fall final, and the first change is set to arrive with immediate effect. The move was in the making for at least over a week. However, since s1MPLE was added as a substitute to Falcons' Perfect World Shanghai Major Europe RMR roster before the lock on September 22nd. So again, the lock was actually 5 days ago, but apparently they got this move off in time. Does seem like he will be able to play with them at the European RMR for the Shanghai Major. Very interesting, very exciting. Obviously, there's going to be people who think this is an upgrade. Some people are going to think this is a downgrade. Even if you can appreciate s1MPLE's, pedigree and talent and GOAT status and all that stuff, obviously there will be questions of if he's going to be able to shake the rust off and perform right away in time, because it's September right now. I believe, obviously the RMRs have to be very, very close. So are they going to be able to find synergies together? Is s1MPLE going to be in form? This is all going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. s1MPLE will take the place of S1MPLE in the starting five. The Spaniard in last year's top 20 Players of the Year award, sixth in last year's top 20 Players of the Year award, struggled at the onset of CS2, but has been on the mend with a 1.13 rating, while in Falcons only 0.01 off of his time in end. So people are definitely going to be a little bit surprised that he's getting benched. Falcons have had only one good big event finish this year, making the semifinals at IME Katowice in February, right after coming to life in the winter offseason, but have not been anywhere near replicating the success since. More worryingly, Falcons have not been capable of showing signs of improvement even after the addition of Dupree, with a slew of group stage exits. s1MPLE's form is a big unknown. Yeah, that's definitely an understatement. Ahead of his return, a three-time Player of the Year and runner-up on 2 occasions, the Ukrainian star is a generational talent, but has been away from the game since CS2 came out, and he's only recorded one official match, which is pretty crazy. So Falcons roster for that European RMR is apparently going to be Snappy, Dupree, Magisk, Maiden, and s1MPLE. Obviously with Zonic being the coach and S1MPLE now bench. Very, very crazy stuff. Obviously, the CS2 community has been reacting. Osni tweeted out this: s1MPLE set to join Falcons and play in the Shanghai Major. He will join on loan in the place of S1MPLE. That means obviously we could be getting some s1MPLE stickers at this upcoming major, which will be very, very exciting after we missed out on s1MPLE stickers at the Copenhagen Major. Shit, here we go again. Absolutely hilarious. Not fair for S1MPLE. If they qualify with him, they have to play with him. I feel sad for S1MPLE. That is something that I do kind of feel like as well. It does feel a little bit weird that you're not using the same team and roster they actually used to, qualify for the RMRs in the first place, but a lot of people are saying this, so they're replacing their only decent player on the roster. Definitely something that is going to be interesting to see how it plays out. S1MPLE had literally stepped up massively recently. This is just weird, and I get that, but at the same time, when you have a chance to get s1MPLE, you have a chance to get s1MPLE. Who's passing that up? I don't know. Is it a gamble that's worth taking? Is s1MPLE, if he is in form, worth the risk? Because obviously Falcons, even with S1MPLE playing a little bit better, Falcons still haven't had great results, so maybe we have to make some kind of change. And then thought this was hilarious as well. Simple posted this on Telegram after the rumors of him joining Falcons on loan. And it's this, big, bulky, I don't know, Giga Chat type guy that he decided to drop on Telegram, apparently. I don't even know what the heck's going on there. But again, this is actually the last time that we saw Simple play in a competitive CS2 match. This was back, I don't know if this is a European date or the English date. I guess this is June. In June we saw this maybe, or March. I don't even know. Let me see if I can figure this out. But either way, this would have been, I guess, March. Okay, definitely March. That's what I thought. But then once I saw it switched over here, I don't know. It tripped me up. Like I said, we've already had this argument and discussion about the dates between the European dates and the American dates and all that stuff. But last time we saw Simple was months and months and months ago, actually playing for Falcons on a quick loan. They lost to Matizport, however you want to say that. And in this match, this 3-game best of 3, S1MPLE was, ironically enough, their best performing player with their 1.17 rating. Simple got 38 kills and had 49 deaths, obviously for a minus 11 KD diff, with a 0.94 rating 2.0. The second lowest performing player in the entire series. He did outperform Snappy, but that was about it. Obviously, Simple did not look in amazing form at that time, and obviously the result was not great for Falcons at that time either, but they will have more time to prepare for the European RMRs, and maybe they'll be able to regain a little bit more form, and maybe Simple is at a better stage at this point as well, because at the time, there was a lot of, Simple talking about burnout and being frustrated with CS2 and, not being able to find his way, and maybe he was going to rifle, and they fucked up the op and all this different stuff, all these different things. It just seemed like he was really tilted and not in the right headspace. In this series, Falcons actually did win the first map 13-9 before losing 4-13 on Overpass and then 11-13 on Vertigo, so they came very close to winning this, but obviously that 4-13 on Overpass, not necessarily a good look. Currently, Falcons is ranked like 18th in the world according to HLTV rankings, so obviously that doesn't really put them as a championship contender at the major, but it does put them in that area where they are fighting for contention to go to the major. Obviously they did not qualify for the Copenhagen major, so they're going to be trying to actually qualify for this major to get that sticker money, but also just to be able to compete at one of these S plus tier events and compete on that stage. The Shanghai major I think is going to be a very, very big banger. It's going to have some great viewership. It's going to be absolute scenes, and Falcons obviously going to want to be there, especially with all the time, resources, money, energy, everything they've been putting into this team. Anything less than even qualifying for the major would be an absolute disaster, especially after signing Simple. Obviously, Falcons has dropped even more money. They have Nico coming on the way. Obviously, Nico will not be coming until 2025. Nico will be competing with G2 during the whole qualification process and the whole Shanghai RMR and stuff like that. But then Nico will be coming to Falcons next year. So we don't know. It doesn't necessarily look like Nico and Simple are going to be crossing paths, but depending on how this all goes, maybe Falcons will try and buy out Simple. Obviously, this is a very, very big opportunity not only for Falcons, but also for Simple to showcase his level if he does want to ultimately get his spot back with Navi, or if Navi wants to eventually sell him off to some other team or whatever. Obviously, Simple has a crazy contract and buyout and all that stuff, and if a team is going to pay all that money, they want to know that they're getting Simple in Simple GOAT form. So if he comes in and shows out at this major, maybe that can help him get eventually to his next team as well. Again, here is that current roster they're going with: Snappy, Dupree, Simple, Magisk, and Maiden. We're going to have to see how this plays out. But yeah, as far as people were talking about, S1MPLE, he has been in very, very good form recently, with a lot of match ratings above 1.0. So people are definitely a little bit surprised about this. It does, seem like S1MPLE has been the best performing, or at the very least one of the best performing members of Falcons as of late. But like I said, obviously the results have still not been good. So maybe this will be something that does end up helping the results, even if it's just jumbling things around, or maybe this will end up being a massive mistake for Falcons. What does the future have in store for S1MPLE? Again, he seems to actually be in decent form right now, so maybe Falcons will be able to sell him off and actually get a decent amount of money or resources in return. or maybe he's going to rejoin the lineup after this this loan with S1MPLE is over. I don't know, but either way, like I said, the GOAT is back. S1MPLE will be taking part in the RMR qualification for Falcons for the Shanghai Major, and like I said, whether it goes good or bad or whatever, it's going to be very entertaining. It's going to help viewership, and people are going to be excited for the return of S1MPLE, and I can't wait to see what happens. And people are going to be memeing him if he struggles, and meat riding him if this thing works out. So it'll be entertaining, like I said, either way. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.